Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to the Caravan of Love. I am Aadyah Luv, and I'm here to talk about how I got my start in tarot. So y'all have a sit, take a chill, and just come along for this ride. All right? Are you ready for the time of your life? Let's go. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to the Caravan of Love. Today I wanted to do something a little different and actually talk about a little bit more personable subject. So we're gonna talk about how I even got my start in tarot. I am from Birmingham, Alabama. So let me just state that being from the South and coming out as a tarot reader, I would 0 out of 10 recommend. Maybe a 2 out of 10 recommend. Especially coming from a Christian background. My life got totally turned upside down around this time last year. Actually, it was around September or the end of August, which was my birthday month, that I started to get these urges and this pulling towards tarot deck. So just backing up a little bit more, I've been on my spirituality path since about 2017 when I went through like a really hard, heavy heartbreak, and I started working on ways to self-heal. And by the time in 2019, I had found a popular tarot reader online or Instagram, which was Hood Healer, or which is Hood Healer. Everybody is kind of familiar with her if you are into tarot, or maybe if you're not. Her name's Hood Healer, and she's pretty big on Instagram. And so last year I had started getting into tarot, but only by watching it. So I would watch her pull cards, and the things that she would say would always align. And it was kind of just like amazing to me that she had this type of insight. And after her, I started looking at other people on YouTube, and I started seeing that they also aligned. And I was like, dang, I really like tarot. Like, at this point, I'm still a Christian, or I'm still kind of in a religion-based type of energy. And I was actually working at a credit union inside of a church. And I had just kind of secretly had a guilty pleasure of tarot. After a while, I started realizing that religion was a construct. There wasn't even anything to really be attached to besides the goodness of Jesus that's kind of told throughout the story of the Bible, but to just take it as what it is and kind of separate from that and walk into more spirituality type of walks or energies, or kind of a sense of divination, to be open to receiving messages another way, not just from the Bible, not just from somebody praying over me, but actually from spirit directly. And so that's kind of how I just started hearing or reading or learning. That's kind of how I discovered tarot. So when I discovered it, I was like, okay, it's cool that they can do that. But at this point, I didn't even have an ancestor altar built. And I was very kind of afraid to even tap into that, because I didn't know as much as I do now. And then I was just a little weary of spirituality as a whole. It was kind of always having wake-up calls. I realized like a lot of changes started happening in my life, and that certain things just weren't sticking anymore, certain things just wasn't working. And eventually I was just like, I really want to learn self-love. I want to learn about the inner me. I want to learn the God within myself. I want to learn about things that maybe somebody here can't tell me, but spirit can tell me, if that makes sense, because a lot of the answers that you seek come from within. And so I was just kind of like, at that point I was meditating, and I would just always get urges to go buy tarot decks randomly. And I wouldn't buy them. I would see and I would just like, yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. This tarot girl, like, calm your brakes. And so I just never bought into it until like around my birthday. I was like, I'm gonna buy a special present for myself. So I bought my very first tarot deck from Books A Million. Books A Million, look at my cat. She just walked in. But Books A Million, they have a lot of different tarot decks actually. If y'all don't know, y'all better get hip to the tea. Tarot is heavy up in Books A Million. They have a whole spirituality section with crystals and candles, oils, face rollers, all that type of shit. So it was a book that came with a deck, and I was like, if I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy a book with it so I can learn about it while I'm flipping through the cards. So I bought this little cute little cartoon deck with a book. Started reading those cards and just starting to play and tap into those by myself. And it was this friend of mine that was around. I was like, well, let me try on you to see what comes up. And we went to the park and I pulled his cards and it was pretty accurate, which was like, I don't know what this is saying really and how this is all tying together, but I think I like this. So I started trying to tap into my energy and myself and just trying to figure out the meaning, to understand it, to get the understanding of it. And because I wanted to be able to read and post my readings and kind of have a record of them, I made an Instagram page, which is now what you know as the Caravan of Love. Who knew I'd be here a year later? 555 was on the timer, so change. But yes, I made the Instagram page and started just doing my little tarot readings, posting about myself and posting about the crystals that I had and the different little spirituality things I was doing. So I had crystals. I was kind of meditating at that point, and then I was growing I had plants. I was growing my plant collection, and then I had these tarot cards. So I would just do a card of the day, energy of the day, and post the card and kind of do my hashtags. And I just started building followers eventually. So maybe the first 10, 13 followers, it was a girl named Tiffany who slid into my DM. She's very like my spiritual sis. Like I met her. She was one of the first people I read. She was one of the first people that kind of confirmed a lot of things for me because she did tarot and oracle cards herself. But basically, she just jumped in my inbox and was like, hey sis, will you do a reading for me? And I was like, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if it's accurate. I'm just out here posting shit because it's cute and it's fun and it's like, I got a tarot deck. And so she was like, no, I have faith in you. I trust you. Like, I trust your intuition and what you've been putting out so far. It kind of lines up with what you've been, what lines up with what I've been going through in a sense. So I just kind of wanted to ask you to do a personal reading. So I was like, all right, I'll just pull a card for free. I think I pulled like 2 or 3 cards for her. And it ended up being an accurate reading. It was just about her wanting to walk away and be done with the current situation that she was in with a King of Pentacles. I think it was something about a King of Pentacles. The Cycle card came out, which is the World card. And it was another card just randomly. And I was like, And I just kind of sent her a voice message and she listened to it and she looked at the cards and she was like, girl, this is so accurate. How did you know he was a Virgo? I was like, bitch, I didn't. I just guessed because the King of Pentacles represents an earth sign. So I said you could be dealing with an earth sign and all these other things and it was just like so accurate to her situation that she couldn't believe that I was new. And so she decided to read my cards back for me and do my oracle cards. And she sent me a message telling me that I had been doing tarot for many lifetimes, that I was a gifted reader and that I was meant to heal people and help others. And I'm like, sis, I literally just bought this deck 2 weeks ago. Okay. What you mean I've been reading in the past life? Like, she was like, yes, you are gifted, you are talented, your ancestors are happy about this, that you finally tapped into your magic. You were very talented. You were very, like, she gave me a whole reading about myself, and I was like, okay. And I just kind of ran with it. Like, she was my very first reading. Like, as far as like somebody outside of, like, I didn't know her from a can of paint. Didn't know her at all. Had never seen her before in my damn life. I think I got her name and her birthday just because I felt like that's what people do. Like, and I read her cards, and then after that I just started practicing more and doing more, reading more about tarot, and just really posting my work and allowing people to DM me for readings. Like, it got to the point where I got good, like really good, and I started kind of like, charging people. Like, dang, like this could be like a little side hustle. So that's how tarot really got into my life. Like, I never actually considered it as a side hustle, but once I got into it and I realized how magical it was and how much beauty it had in it, and I always had love giving people advice, but now I had a different means to be able to tap into deeper energies, people above me, people that are not just me, ancestors, God, spirit, and really deliver messages. And it was just like I had found this passion within me. And it was like, oh my gosh, like I fucking love tarot. I love helping people. I love giving insight. And ever since then, I just been rocking and rolling with it. Like, tarot is like my baby. Like, I don't know what I would do without her. Like, she has guided me through so many things. I'm not gonna lie. Just because I'm a tarot reader don't mean I have any more grace than y'all. I can see it in the cards. It take my little happy eyes on through the same tarot moments y'all be going through. Like, the shit's crazy. But I am glad that I have tarot and the skill to help others. Like, that's really my whole purpose, is to really be here to help heal, to guide, and to love others, if that makes sense. That's why I am Aadyah Luv, okay? Yeah, but tarot is really special. It's not anything that is demonic or witchcraft or kind of an occult type of thing to me. It's just a skill. It's just a divination tool. Just like people use pendulums, people use Bibles, people use water. Like, whatever is your tool to help you tap into, that's your thing. And for me, it's tarot. I love it. I ain't gonna ever stop doing tarot. I want to eventually go to the point where I'm just like a spiritual consultant with my tarot ability, and maybe even move from just doing the cards to be able to intuitively know, because I am kind of I'm very intuitive. I really get information from out of nowhere, and I just want to be able to be a guide to others. So that's really my whole tarot story, how I got into it, how I navigate with it now. Like, ooh, child, I gotta tell y'all the story how I broke out with it. Like, because I remember, I tell you, I was still kind of religious. I wasn't really religious per se, but I was working at a church in the credit union. But I think, yeah, I was going through it. I was finding myself, and I found tarot. And it helped me to find y'all. So it's like a circle. I'm here, y'all here, we all here in the circle of life. Going on the ride of our lives. Hey, welcome to the Caravan of Love. Welcome to the Caravan of Love. I love y'all, and I thank y'all for watching it this long. If y'all have, of course, subscribe, like, share. Put the little notification bell on if you want to too, sis, because I'm going to be back. I love y'all, and I send you love, light, peace, and healing. Yeah, I know.